The comparison game, it drives me up the wall, you know. Oh, he was like this or he was like that. No, actually, it wasn't like any of that.
It was around April of 1988 when Chad Channing first met up with Kurt Cobain and Chris Novoselic. They were looking for a drummer because their former drummer, Dave Foster, had been arrested for getting into a fight. And so from here, Chad joined the group and drummed on the majority of Nirvana's debut album, Bleach, with Dale Crover from the Melvins drumming on 3 of the tracks. Chad would remain a staple of the band for just over 2 years, and then we come to June of 1990 where he was fired. But Chad had become a massive part of Nirvana, his drumming a big part of that Bleach sound, and by all accounts, he and Kurt were good friends. So as we fast forward just 4 short years later to April of 1994 when Chad heard the news that Kurt had died, it hit him hard.
I was driving with a friend of mine, and we were just driving down the road. I don't know where we were headed, but hopped in my car and we took off and was listening to the radio, and I heard this bleep where this guy came in, and he said, it has not been said whose body it is or something like that, but we know that it is a male, and it is, you know, it was found dead or whatever in whatever, you know, building or house. And then it just kind of cut off to like a commercial, but it was definitely one of those things where I turned on and jumped into a like, oh, this is obviously some kind of a news brief going on. You know, it wasn't just like standard news in the news today. And it was really odd because without really knowing and waiting through a commercial break, somehow I was thinking, that's probably Kurt. I don't know why. I don't know what made me think that. I just felt it. It's like, that's probably Kurt. I think the thing to me was, and I've always felt that, I think it was just kind of like, almost like being robbed, you know? There was just certain things that I kind of wanted to say, you know, things that I would have liked to have, you know, talked with him about, you know, not necessarily anything specific, just that we hadn't talked in a while, you know, and I realized that was gone, you know, that was the hardest part for me. It was just gone, you know, the opportunity wasn't even going to happen anymore, so.
So as I say, Chad had been a part of Nirvana for around 2 years. Naturally, he had become good friends with Kurt and Chris, but there were just some artistic differences in moving forward. Kurt was slightly changing his songs, changing his sound, and just felt that Nirvana would be suited to a different style of drummer moving forward. There was really no big argument or animosity when they fired Chad. It just kind of happened and everyone just kind of went their separate ways. Here, Chad talks about Kurt and knowing that he just had something special going on, something a bit different.
There was something that I just sort of felt, you know, with being in the band and stuff, and it's like, I could just tell that there was there was something going on, that I knew that you know, Kurt had something that was really unique and cool, that was gonna, you know, come out eventually at some point, you know. I think the big question was when, you know, we didn't know that.
And those 3 guys, Kurt, Chris, and Chad, sure did make some awesome music together. That debut album, Bleach, hard, heavy, raw. And Chad really was the perfect drummer to drum on that album for those songs. A song like Scoff, for example, with that drum intro. Classic Chad. Classic Bleach.
So we're good friends and playing music and doing what we did. But, you know, he was kind of a quiet person, but it was good, you know.